don't forget, it's curriculum night at the school. We have to be there at 6.
6? Yeesh, I'm gonna have to take an early nap.
You just woke up. Do you have any idea what time it is?
Do you know what time I went to bed last night?
No.
Neither do I. That binge watching is killer. Netflix is like a giant hole some nights.
Oh my God, Jim, looking at you just now cured me of gayness. I am no longer attracted to men.
Oh, I'll try to attempt to be more presentable next time I don't invite you to my apartment.
You two are just so much fun to be around.
Oh my God.
What? Whoa, Jim! You're actually on the cover!
Yeah, they interviewed me for an article in New York Dads. I didn't think I'd get the cover.
Well, it's official. Print media is dead.
Daniel, I think this is awesome. It's so pro-family.
Pretty cool, right?
Wait, settle down. It's Time Out New York. It's not the New Yorker.
This is strange.
What?
I don't see any mention of me anywhere.
Let me see that.
I'm sure I do. Right there. Gaffigan, who lives with his wife and 5 children.
Yeah, there I am.
His wife? You couldn't even say her name?
I was protecting her privacy.
Well, you mentioned all the kids' names here. In here, you talk about your awful friend Dave. This whole article reads like you're a single father.
Hey, it's not his fault. I'm sure it was some sort of mistake.
And the word wife is in the crease.
Oh, come on. I have no control over what a journalist writes.
Yeah, exactly. This is so typical of the media. Any father who's moderately involved in his kids' lives is considered an instant hero. They probably think Jim's super dad because he remembered all 5 of our kids' names.
Wait, there's 5 now?
Shall we quiz him on their names?
Jim helps out in many ways that you can't see.
Name one.
He takes them on outings all the time.
Yep.
He takes them to restaurants when they're sleeping. They come back smelling like smoked meat.
That's a great smell.
He helps out with naps.
I do.
Can you name something that doesn't involve eating or sleeping?
I took the garbage out last night.
Yeah, you were in your underwear. You almost got arrested.
Yeah, I had to bring the garbage back in to avoid the cop. It was like double the work.
But that's okay. I took it out again later.
See, I do tons of stuff. You know, obviously I'm not super dad, but all I have to do is call the writer and explain that Jeannie's the real superstar.
Oh, no, don't do that. That's gonna backfire. I don't want people thinking I'm a bad mom because I chose you to have kids with.
Yeah, she makes a good point.
That came out wrong.
I'm not that bad of a father, am I?
Not at all. You're a great father. You're a super dad.
Super dad? I mean, you're literally being rewarded for overpopulating the planet with your Aryan offspring.
I feel kind of bad because Jeannie didn't even get mentioned in the article.
Why? I'm only in here for a paragraph.
Well, it's an article about parenting. And she's the mother and does 90% of the work.
It's not enough that you don't use birth control and have no life. Look, I gotta tell you something, man. It's a little humiliating.
What?
Well, you're known as a dad. You know, you're like the human equivalent of cargo shorts.
What's wrong with cargo shorts? I like being a dad. I am a dad. It's the most important thing I will ever fail at.
You know, you didn't get this cover because of your breeding problem. You got it because you're a family-friendly comic.
So you think people only like me because I'm clean?
I just think the mainstream, you know, likes that bland and boring stuff.
Wow.
Come on, man. I'm not saying you're not a little funny. I'm just saying that, you know, comics like me have more of a kind of a niche audience.
Yeah, smarter, hipper crowd.
I didn't say
You know
it.
what? I think you're jealous.
Oh, I'm jealous?
Yeah.
Am I jealous of that picture? Did they not offer retouching? You look like Casper, the pudgy ghost. Yeah, I'm a little light today. I was wondering if you could pick this.
Sure you don't want someone from Radiohead to buy you lunch?
No, you're good.
Before we adjourn to the art room, where all of your children have been decorating the new walls with spectacular collages made of colored macaroni.
Gluten-free.
Of course. I have a special announcement to make. You know, every once in a long while, a special parent really stands out in our community. And Mrs. Jeannie Gaffigan has done so much for our little school. But most exciting of all, she has provided us with her husband, Jim Super Dad Gaffigan. Yes. And the most exciting part is Jim mentioned the name of our school in the article. I know. He is so darn modest. I mean, at pickup or drop-off, you barely even know that he's there. So everybody, let's please give him a round of applause. And on to the art room.
Jeannie. Thanks. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Hi. Hope your wife knows what she has.
But, you know, she's right here. Jeannie, do you know what you have here?
I do. I'll see you in the art room.
Yeah, okay. She's nice.
Hey,
Super Dad.
Oh, hey. That's...
I'm on to you.
But
You don't fool me for a second.
I'm not trying to fool anyone. You know.
Crowd was uptight.
Well, you know, I thought it went well. I mean, I like your stuff. It's very edgy.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna upset some people. So
Well, that's
whatever.
what comedy's about, you know. Upsetting people.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you still mad about today?
No. I thought it was really artistic how you were miming having sex with the stool. It was creative. I learned when I watched you.
Maybe I'm just courageous enough to say and do things on stage that you would never.
Oh, you know what? I think anyone can say anything. I just don't think you should get extra credit for shocking people.
Hey, look, what I do on stage is important, even if it upsets some people, okay? I mean, Lenny Bruce got criticized for the same kind of thing.
You're about as close to Lenny Bruce as I am to Lenny Kravitz.
Oh, man. Okay, I get it. I am sorry. I am sorry, Jim, for what I said to you today at Cats. I'm sorry I tried to tell the truth.
Thanks. And I'm sorry I said you were jealous just because you are.
I'm jealous. I mean, you've got to be delusional, man.
What
I mean,
delusion?
for me to be jealous, you'd actually have to possess something about which I would be jealous.
I think you're jealous of my whole life.
Of your whole life?
Yes.
Which part? The wife, the thinning hair, the 109 kids? I mean, it's a car wreck.
A car wreck. My life's a car wreck. You live with your mom in a retirement community in Jersey City. I think you're jealous of just about everyone's life.
Okay, no, that's good. That's some edgy stuff. That's rich, man. You know, making fun of my mom, you know. Why don't I call Jeff Ross, see if I can get you on the next roast, okay?
That'd be great.
I got a gig at the cellar, man. Stay safe.
Okay.
Oh, who am I kidding? That's your entire existence.
That's so funny.
Here he is, Super Dad. Children, do you know that your father is super dead? Now, what superpowers does he have?
He sleeps a lot.
Would you please sign this? I want to hang it up in the rectory.
Oh, sure, sure.
And can you write from a father to a father? Because, you know, Jim is a father and a priest is also called a father.
No, I get the joke. You know, Father Nicholas, I'm glad that you think that Jim is a role model for dads, but if you remember, his church attendance was so erratic, you thought I was a widow.
A man who works hard to father his children needs some time to rest. If that time happens to be on a Sunday morning, well, then so be it.
Yeah. The man makes a good point, you know.
It is perfectly acceptable for a spouse to receive communion for a husband. The two shall become as one.
Wow. Can't argue with the Bible.
Let's get a picture together. I want to frame it with the magazine cover.
Yeah. Come on over here, Jeannie.
Actually, it'll just be us two, you know, the fathers. Do you mind? Perfect.
Oh, that's a good one. Which is? Wait, that's me on the left?
Yes.
Hi, Daniel. Hi, Daniel.
Hi, children. Hi. I have to talk to you. It's important.
Oh, okay. Let me put the baby down.
Do you live here now? It's so crowded I might not have noticed. Hey, you seem upset. What, did Yves Saint Laurent die?
Yes, Jim, 7 years ago. Thank you for reopening that wound. No, I have horrible news. You know I'm on the board of the 92nd Street Y, right?
That is horrible news.
No, we were at a meeting last night, and apparently they would like you, Jim Gaffigan, to give a talk on New York City parenting on Tuesday. I guess Uma Thurman got some stupid movie or something.
Well, I'm sorry Uma got a job, and I'm flattered that they thought of me, but I still don't know why this is horrible news.
Because if the 92nd Street Y thinks that you are a good parent or in any way socially relevant, it means that the city is in cultural decline, and I might as well move to Omaha.
Well, let me know when you're leaving. Actually, I'm afraid of how Jeannie's gonna react to me getting any more praise for my parenting.
I don't know how to tell her.
Hey, what is going on?
Hey, you know, Daniel has great news.
What?
You, Jeannie Gaffigan, have been invited to do a parent talk at the 92nd Street Y.
They want me?
Yes.
That is so flattering. I mean, I have so many ideas about creative parenting in the city. But why were you upset? I don't get it.
Because I was pretending to make the surprise better.
You little sneak.
That's good.
How long have you known about this?
Not as long as you would think. Oh, I should probably let them know that you were available.
You're gonna be great.
This is so amazing. I mean, I feel like I finally have a voice.
You know what we should do? Use this as an opportunity to get your hair done and go to the spa and get you a brand new outfit at Barney's.
Or Target.
Or Bergdorf's.
I think Target's pretty close to here.
My guest this evening is Jeannie Gaffigan. Jeannie Gaffigan is married to the comedian Jim Gaffigan. Now, I'm only the mother of 2 children, but when I read that Time Out New York article, there was only one thing that I kept thinking. Why isn't my husband George more like Jim Gaffigan? He's so funny, such a hands-on dad, so helpful.
Yeah, I mean, when you say helpful.
I want to hear more from you, Jenny. I do want to show a clip where, for one of Jim's comedy specials, where he talks about how people react when he's out with his kids. Can we roll it?
The best is when I'm alone with my 5 kids and inevitably struggling, and some stranger will come up to me and go, "Looks like you got your hands full." It's like going up to someone in a wheelchair. It's like, "You don't do a lot of dancing."
Oh, hilarious. Oh my gosh, so when Jim has his hands full, what are you doing?
What? No, normally I'm the one who has her hands full. And, you know, sometimes I feel like it's actually harder when do you find this? It's harder when the 2 of us are together. Like one time, Jim went to go get a hot dog, and I thought he had our 2-year-old with him, and when he came back, he thought I had him.
So you weren't watching your child?
No. No, I mean, yes, no, we found him right away. It was just scary for a minute.
No, I'm sure. God, poor Jim. You know, but that's the genius of Jim Gaffigan. You know, he can take something like you almost losing the baby and use it as inspiration. You know, it helps his other observations. In fact, we have a great clip for this. Jeff, can you run tape?
Another clip?
Because once you lose a kid at the mall, you know, atheist or not, you start talking to God right away. "Hey, God, I know I haven't talked to you in a while, probably since finals in high school. Anyway, if you could help me find my son, I promise I'll change my life. I'll stop going to Wendy's." Oh, there he is. Never mind, God. Well, we're off to Wendy's.
That was genius, right? Taking a near tragedy and turning it into comedy. Okay, so I want to ask you something based on the Super Dad article, and I think I can ask this for everybody in the audience. How did you snag Jim Gaffigan?
You know, I think that we should be careful about believing everything we read. You know, I mean, he's just like any other father. They help out once or twice and people think they deserve the Nobel Peace Prize, right?
Wait, so he doesn't help out that much?
To be perfectly honest, no, Allie, not that much.
Well, I'm sure he helps out more than you're insinuating. I mean, look at you. No mother of 5 looks like this. Impeccably dressed, perfectly manicured nails, your hair done. I mean, you have to get a lot of assistance from a spouse to have that going on.
I was being ironic.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, no, Jim helps out quite a bit. Just recently, he took the garbage out in his underwear.
Oh, God, I would love to see George do that.
Right?
Yeah.
And he takes the kids out on outings all the time to restaurants. He helps out with naps.
Oh, my God. Please don't tell my husband that I love Jim Gaffigan. I do. I love him.
Hello.
Hey, it's me. What's going on?
Nothing.
I see that Louis C.K.'s got some kind of stock show on CNBC.
You know that's Jim Cramer, right?
Oh, yeah, no. I know that. Hey, look, I'm kind of feeling a little weird about the other day.
Which part? When you said my act was bland, or when you called my life a car wreck?
Hey, listen, man. I'm not jealous of you, okay? And I don't want your life, but... Hey, Ma! More salsa!
Well, thanks for clarifying that.
Okay, fine. I might be a little bit jealous, okay? But of the magazine cover. I'm not jealous of your life or your eating disorder. I most certainly am not jealous of your act.
Is this your apology?
Hey, man, you were rude to me first, and I'm always the one sticking up for you when people call you a fat, bald loser.
Can you stop apologizing? It's hurting my feelings.
Okay, look, I'm sorry, all right? I can't help it, man. It's what I do.
You know what? You're right. We do the comedy we do. It's just who we are. Let's leave it at that.
And it's kind of a great point, you're smarter than you look.
No, you'd have to be.
I'm feeling better. We cool?
Totally.
All right, look, I gotta go. The commercial break is over.
All right, take care, buddy. Hack. Jeannie, is that you?
Yeah, I'm home. Oh, Jim, that's so sweet.
What is?
The flowers.
Yeah. It was really nice of Allie to send them even though I couldn't make it. How'd it go?
It's fantastic.
That's great, hon. Hey, can you get me another beer?
Did Blanca leave?
I think so. I've been watching the game all night. Been going extra innings. You said you ordered bugles, but I couldn't find any. Would have been great for the game. No guilt trip. Don't worry about it. Did you find the bugles? What was that noise?
What noise?
Oh, the magazine.
Oh, honey. Well, the kids must have gotten to it. Little devils.
Ah, that's okay. No biggie.
You don't care?
No, they sent over a couple other dozen copies. Here, I was thinking that we could just send a bunch to Milwaukee, like for Malou and your mom. I know. It's the magazine cover. I know that I've been getting too much credit when you deserve it. That's why I was so excited you could speak at the 92nd Street Y.
I didn't speak at the 92nd Street Y, honey. People don't want to know what I think. You know why? I'm not on the cover of a magazine.
You deserve to be on the cover of a magazine.
I don't want to be on the cover of a magazine. A magazine cover isn't real. Being a mom, that's real. I don't want to be the one in the spotlight. That audience, Jim, tonight, they turned on me.
Oh, no.
It was awful. I feel like, listen, I'm finally understanding how hard it must be to be you. To get up on that stage every night in front of a crowd of people knowing that you could fail. No wonder you eat so much.
I don't eat that much.
I don't need the approval of a room full of strangers.
It is pretty weird, isn't it?
It is. The need for it almost seems to stem from a deep psychological problem. Maybe some sort of childhood trauma.
Okay, now you're just piling on.
Being the center of attention just opens you up for so much criticism and jealousy.
Yeah, they really did give me a hard time.
I like being in the background. Really is a powerful position.
Well, I, for one, am terrified of you.
Good.
I'm sorry I put you through all this.
What?
I know I'm a fraud. I'm no super dad.
Jim, you have 5 kids. That automatically makes you super dad.
You think so?
Yes. Oi.
No.
What?
Let super dad handle this.
My hero.
Duty calls, Lois. They only want you.